Hi guys, it's Risa. How you doing? Before I start my video, I just wanted to say thank you to all of you who have subscribed and to continue to pass forward my recipes and my YouTube channel to other people, all right? Because the more the merrier, and we want to get everybody on this health journey, okay? Make everybody healthy with my recipes. So, I also wanted to tell you that all my recipes are written under each video, all right? All the ingredients, all the directions, okay? So there's a little arrow if you need to take a screenshot to remember my videos, but also if you subscribe, you'll get all my recipes and videos by email. Alrighty, so what are we making? Okay, the big question. Mashed potato balls, yay! So a lot of people have extra mashed potatoes or leftovers and think, what am I gonna do with them? And if you're like this girl, I always make more than enough of everything. So I'm gonna show you what you're gonna need, and you're going to heat your oven to 425 degrees. If you have convection, that's a bonus. And if you don't worry. And you're gonna bake them for 15 minutes. You're going to take your pan and take some tin foil and really spray it well. You can use olive oil, regular Pam, whatever you want. And the last 5 minutes afterwards, you're going to put it on broil. Actually, not even 5 minutes, probably 3 minutes to get them nice and crispy. So what are you going to need? Mashed potatoes. So watch my video on how to make mashed potatoes, and then once you've made them, you let them cool for the next day, of course, because you're going to have leftovers. And then you're going to need cornflake crumbs. You're only going to need about 1/8 for 1 cup. If you're using 2 cups, you need at least 1/3 or 1/4 cup. But honestly, you just want to sprinkle it on. You're going to need egg substitute, about 1/4 cup, or egg whites, or half of an egg, because honestly you don't need much to brush it on, and you just whisk it. You're going to be putting it on. I'm adding a couple of green onions chopped into it. Some Italian seasoning will go in both the cornflake crumbs and the mashed potato. A little bit of Frank's hot sauce for a little zip. Again, this is optional. If there's other seasoning you want, you can add that, a little bit of garlic powder, some pepper, and a bit of salt. And that is it. Simple, easy, okay? Oh, and of course, half the recipe will be with some cheese. So I'm just using, this is ZERTO brand, and I love it because it's so low in points. But if you have mozzarella cheese, low-fat cheddar cheese would be delicious. You can use whatever or none, okay? Like my husband, because he doesn't like cheese. So me and my daughter, we love cheese. So for half the recipe, so we'll start without the cheese, and we're gonna put in the green onion into my mashed potatoes. So I have a cup here of the mashed potatoes, and it's nice and creamy, and they're cold because of course we didn't finish them. And we're going to add, and I don't measure, guys, but about, a pinch of Italian seasoning. So maybe 1/4 teaspoon, okay? And about 1/4 teaspoon of some garlic powder, and that's a bit too much. And just a couple of sprinkles of pepper. All right, and we're gonna mix that up, and just a dash of some hot sauce. Again, if you don't like it like that, you don't have to put in, and just a little bit of salt, because remember, you've probably seasoned your mashed potatoes already, but if they've been sitting for a couple of days, you want to have some good flavor. Now, in the breadcrumbs, you're going to add just a pinch of salt, and again, a pinch of some Italian seasoning. I always add a little bit of garlic powder or salt, whatever you want. And that should be good. And then I just mix it around like this. Okay? All right. Now, if you don't have cornflake crumbs, you have cornflakes, you can mash it up in your Cuisinart. You can use breadcrumbs. You can use panko crumbs. But I love the flavor of cornflake crumbs. They just are delicious. And they're low fat, low sugar. And this will only be 1 smart point. And for the cup of potatoes, probably depending on how you make them, and if you use margarine or butter or low fat, you have to account for it. So I think for about a half a cup is about 4 or 5 smart points. But again, it really depends what you put into them, okay? And then you're just counting the breadcrumbs and the cheese. I'm using only a tablespoon afterwards, you'll see. And you could even put cheese in the breadcrumbs or the cornflake crumbs, okay? So we're gonna just make our balls. And I thought I had my plate. And it makes about 10 balls. You just use your hands and roll it. Really, really easy. And I get about 10 or 11. Depends how big you want them or how small. And this is great as a little appetizer if you have friends over. And even if you don't, it's a great little snack. It's a great side dish. And you can make it with your kids. It's super fun. Rolling up the balls. Okay, actually, I'm only doing half. I almost forgot because for my daughter and I, we want cheese. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's enough for my husband. And now with this part, I'm going to add a tablespoon, actually a half a tablespoon of some cheese because I want some on the outside. And I'm going to put some inside this. And then make the balls over here so I know which is which. I don't know who doesn't like cheese. Well, there's no accounting for taste. I've almost been married almost 25 years and I still don't get it. He'll order pizza with like no cheese on it practically, but me and my daughter make up for it and we order with, well, I make my own pizzas now, but when I splurge, I like with cheese. So that's all right. Everybody has different tastes, right? All right, so these ones are cheesy. And I'm going to wipe my hands. So now you're just going to take your egg mixture. And I just want to make sure you can see. And just coat it. I mean, you could throw it in too. All right. So this will make sure that the breading will stick. And you want that. And again, it's just lightly breaded. It's not a heavy duty batter. And it has a lot of flavor. Now, if there's other seasonings that you want to add, again, this is just a base. I tell you guys that all the time. It's just a base and you can put whatever seasonings rather, that you like. And you'll make them really pretty when you shape them. Make them nice and round. And the great thing too is it doesn't take a long time. You don't even use, you can see there's still a lot left. You don't even use really a quarter of it. Let me just make sure. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are my husband's, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So about 11. All right. Move that out of the way. And we're just going to put it in and lightly roll it. And then we're going to put it on our tray. Just like that. See, super easy. Roll it in. Oh, I'm doing my cheese ones. Okay, hold on a second. Let me do my husband's first because I was going to add a little bit of cheese to ours because my daughter said, can you make them with cheese, please? So sometimes I become a little forgetful after working all day. You guys know I work with special needs children. I love it, but it's very tiring. So sometimes you have to wait for my videos because this is my hobby. All right, so I'm just going to add a drop more, like another half a teaspoon. You can put right in the mixture that I had forgotten because, you know, that happens sometimes. And I'll put that there because this is my row with my daughters. And just roll it. Just going to show you how nice they look. And even with 1/8 of a cup of cornflake crumbs, you can see it's just light and there's still even some left, okay? So here they are, yummy, and we put them in the oven. All right. And the magic of making them beforehand, dun, 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 dun. Here they are, nice and crispy. So 15 minutes on 425, and then you turn them over, okay? Turn them over, listen, and then put it on broil for about 2 to 3 minutes, maybe 4, so you get it nice and crispy, okay? And that's because these ones have some Romano cheese, and these ones don't, but they still get nice and crispy. And you can see we've eaten a few of them already. The other thing is that I brought out was, if you want to make a little dip, you can take a little bit of sour cream and salsa, put it together. You can use your favorite salad dressing. I love Bolthouse Farms chunky blue cheese, like whatever flavor. I love the Opa dill, and you could use that as a dip, or you could take yogurt, and I also love the Hidden Valley Ranch, and you could add some of that to this, or sour cream or onion soup mix. You can do so many things, and you can dip it or just eat it like that because they are super delicious. I'm going to try one. So good. They're better when they just come right out of the oven, I have to tell you. So I hope you love this recipe. Don't forget to subscribe, tell people, and share my videos, and come visit me, of course, on my Facebook page, Risa's Recipes and Weight Watchers Tips. And all my videos have the instructions of the ingredients and the recipes underneath the video. Bye for now. Love you guys.